sometimes there are random TV shows that used to come on back in the day or any time of the time, and it would just be like a random show, but it's for some reason implemented in your head. Like you have a memory of watching this show or seeing that show, or a majority of people remember it, but it was like it didn't stay its welcome that long. It was just there, but it was just around an era of like so many different shows. So today we're gonna look at some random shows that maybe you haven't thought of in forever, and maybe you have, and it's just like not a blur because you remember watching it, but it's like it was just so random. But yet a lot of people have memories of these shows. So make sure you like and sub up while we go through these, and let me know what y'all think. And we gonna get started on this, man. First, we got My Gym Partner's a Monkey. Bro, I remember looking at this. Now, for all of these, pretty much all of them, I ain't no super diehard fan where I've seen every single episode. Oh, I can tell you about... Like, these are literally shows I remember. But it's like, it's not a... Like I said, it's not a blur. But I do remember watching My Gym Partner. It's just random. Like what year did this come out? Probably like 06, 07. I didn't mean to say that. 05, probably 08 around. I don't know. And like, think of the shows during that time. Ben 10, my God, this isn't about Ben 10, but Ben 10, probably some other shows that I'm not thinking of around that time. Even on the Disney Channel side, That's So Raven, Animal, like whatever else you want to say. I just named 2 girl shows. It's over. But they're not girl shows. Let me not put that on. But it was just My Gym Partner's a Monkey. Like, it's just out of all of those shows I named, this gotta be like so random. Like I don't know. Maybe y'all think differently. Maybe there's some diehards My Gym Partner's a Monkey fans out there that's looking at this like, bro, you tripping. And this show's goated. But it's like, to me, this is a random show that was just there. I never really hear people be like, man, they need to bring back My Gym Partner's a Monkey. But for some reason, every time I see posts about it, people always like remember this show. Like, whether it's vivid remembering or not, they still remember My Gym Partner's a Monkey. And pretty much the thing of it is, like, I think they had an ending too. I swear I saw it before I made this. It was like he was like a zookeeper, and then it was a good feeling, and then they didn't like him being whatever. But his name was Adam Lyon, so he got transferred to a school with animals. Which, if you really think about that, is kind of crazy. He looks like a human, sounds like a human. Well, they sound like everybody, but looks like a human, smells like a human, is a human. But because his last name is Lyon, he got transferred to this school. That's actually crazy. I might have to go back and watch this show somewhere. I might have to go watch this show just for that premise alone. That's actually wild. Wow. Next, we got Camp Lazlo. Now, I will say, I don't know if y'all agree with me. I think more... Dang, that might be tough. I was about to say, maybe... I think more people know Camp Lazlo versus My Gym Partner's a Monkey. But again, the time period, the era is so random. You never hear people be like, man, they need to bring back Camp Lazlo again. It's just like, really think about the time period that this show was on with all. I think it was around when Chowder was out and Flapjack. I should have said that for My Gym Partner the Monkey too. Chowder, Flapjack, all these other shows that are very memorable, people remember. Then you got Camp Lazlo in the middle of it. And it ain't nothing wrong with Camp Lazlo. I remember watching Camp Lazlo. I've seen a few clips and episodes and stuff over the years as the years went on. But it's like, I could probably go back and watch it as well. I'm not gonna lie. You know, I ain't really hard to please like that when it comes to shows. If it's laid back, I actually like shows sometimes that don't really have a story. Sometimes where it's like I just get to sit back, turn my brain off, and watch it. And, you know, it's one of those shows where you could just go into any part of the show and you'll be good. But I'm gonna classify Camp Lazlo as a random show, bro. Like, it's just like, bro, look at him. Look at that, bro. I know it's a still image, but still. I'm not editing that out. Still image. Like, but look at him. It just look weird. There are probably, I'm not gonna lie, if I could probably go look at a funny moments compilation of Camp Lazlo, that would probably determine how popular the show was. Because a lot of different shows have funny moment compilation. But for me, let me know what y'all think. Camp Lazlo is one of them random, like, out of nowhere shows. But like I said, a lot of people do remember Camp Lazlo. I'm pretty sure if you ask majority of people that watch like TV shows and stuff like this back in the day, I say back in the day, it's probably like 07, 06, 05, 08, whatever, 09. They'll probably be like, oh, I remember Camp Lazlo. And it's like kind of crazy because I don't think it was like super duper popular. But for some reason, a lot of people remember, well, a decent amount of people remember Camp Lazlo. I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I think it's random. Next, we got Kick Buttowski, man. Bro, I actually love Kick Buttowski. This is up there with Ben 10 for me. If you've seen my other videos about Ben 10, if not, check them out where I have Ben 10 in there. Bro, I glaze Ben 10 heavily. Kick Buttowski is like not second, but it's up there, bro. I love Kick Buttowski. Like he had a catchphrase, all biscuits, not even catchphrase. He'd mess up and he'd say all biscuits. And I used to literally say that when I was younger in real life. Bro, there's only so many shows that got me to say what they say in real life, and Kick Buttowski's one of them. I'd be like, oh, biscuits. But anyway, I feel like, again, even though I really like this show, I feel like it is random. It only ran for like 2 seasons. I think it only had like 26 episodes total. But I feel like a lot of people like Kick Buttowski. It's one of those random shows that, like, I feel like if you ask a bunch of people, they may not know what it is off name. But I feel like it was like a staple point of Disney XD for a little bit. Because I think it was on Disney XD, right? I feel like it was a staple point. I feel like if you show a picture, I feel like if you show 100 people a picture of Kick Buttowski, they might be like, he kind of looked familiar. And that's all you need. Like, it's not like they completely didn't know who he was. It's just they haven't seen it in a minute. And they haven't, like, really showed it at all since, like, what, 2010, 2011 maybe? Bro, I don't even know why I even put this here. Because this isn't random to me, but it is technically a random show. Because it ran for so little time. But it, like, bro, I loved Kick Buttowski, man. If they could just bring Kick Buttowski back, man. Honorable mention to Johnny Test that need to come back. Johnny Test went on a long time. Well, they brought it back, but they need to bring it back again. I don't care. I don't care about how many sound effects Johnny Test had. Ain't nobody was looking at that till TikTok came out and said something. Ain't nobody was worried about that. Oh, I heard too many sounds in Johnny Test. I'm ranting about Johnny Test during Kick Buttowski. You right. But still, oh, there's too many sound effects in Johnny Test. Man, I ain't worried about that, man, when I'm watching Johnny Test. I got my brain off watching Johnny Test. Maybe I'm the problem. But Kick Buttowski, definitely a random show. Next up, this might be a shocker to a lot of y'all. And some of y'all, okay, this might be a stretch of random, but the theme song was fire. Zeke and Luther, not again. It's just a calm down, and then a problem. Like, if y'all remember Zeke and Luther, I actually used to play like the Zeke and Luther game on the computer. It was like you had to get into the Shark Tank and do different stunts or whatever it was. I forgot what it was. But Zeke and Luther probably has to be like the most random show out of this whole list. Like, I actually watched a few episodes of Zeke and Luther a few months ago after randomly remembering it and getting like Disney Plus like donated to me, and I was like, oh, Zeke and Luther's on there. I looked at a couple episodes or whatever. I gotta go like not finish it, but maybe look at some more. But this definitely qualifies as a random show. Like maybe not as popular, like quotation marks, as like the other shows I mentioned. But bro, if you know what Zeke and Luther is, you know how it was basically some skater dudes who like just had random adventures. I'm pretty sure it didn't have an ending. It was just random stuff every single time. They may have had a part 1 and part 2 of something, but I don't remember. But bro, Zeke and Luther definitely qualifies in this list as a random show, bro. It's like it was there. The theme song was fire, but it was just there. Like you could remember Zeke and Luther, probably because the dude playing Luther, right? The dude playing Luther, he did some bad things, and I don't know if he's ever fully recovered. I think he's fully recovered now. I think Zeke's the one that's doing all right. I'm talking about in real life, by the way. But yeah, it just random. Like even when I watched it a few months ago, it randomly popped in head. Like, oh, Zeke and Luther. I remember that when I first saw it, and I decided to look at it. So I feel like a decent amount of people can look at Zeke and Luther and be like, oh, I remember Zeke and Luther. Again, a Disney XD stay. But let me know what y'all think. Y'all think Zeke and Luther qualifies? It definitely qualifies as a random like thing. But do y'all even remember the show at all? Y'all let me know, because I'm actually curious. And that'll do it, man. Y'all know me. If y'all been around my videos, I usually do 4 shows and leave it at that. But there's probably obviously a lot of other random shows. But these are my 4 right here. Probably out of this whole list, the most random one, probably Zeke and Luther, which is kind of crazy. Because I feel like Zeke and Luther was, I don't know, maybe because it was real life versus the other ones being like fake life. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think. Make sure y'all like and sub up. If you made it this far, I do appreciate y'all. We're still going up little by little. So any, sharing, liking, subbing up will help out a lot, I usually be yapping towards the end of the video. So if you make it this far, you get to hear my yaps about literally whatever. Because, a lot of people don't make it to the end of the video. So they don't get to hear the yaps. So I do appreciate everybody that makes it this far, man. Because we're just here. We're going to keep going up. We're going to keep doing our thing with this, man. And I will continue to yap. I can't say that, bro. I am speaking facts about a lot of this stuff. But I only have towards the end of the video. But again, the video's about to end. Appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all like and sub up. I'll catch y'all next time. Bye.